coming. But finally, Chris and Nina are going to join their hands and matrimony tomorrow, which is a blessed occasion for all of us, especially Pat and me. So we're just as happy as we could be to be able to share this with so many friends, friends of Chris and Nina and family. So welcome each and every one of you. I think the folks that travel the most or the farthest, the Sarins. They travel from Finland to get here. So welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Before I get officially started, I want to recognize a very special member of our family. Barbara Moore, a.k.a. Nana, is with us this weekend. Nana is not only mother to my wife Pat, my brothers-in-law Bob and Bill, and my sister-in-law Jackie. She's been a very special blessing to our family over the years. This wonderful woman has always been available to help us out whenever called upon. She spent months with us, tirelessly helping us out with Chris when we were experiencing some difficult times in our lives. She also was always available to come to our rescue whenever there was an illness convention that required Pat and me to be away. Some wonderful memories accrued during those years. I'm so proud to have Nana as my mother-in-law and so grateful she was able to join us in this celebration. Nana, we love you dearly. Okay, we're going to tell the beginning story of Nina and Chris. Beginning on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2011, Chris's friend Kevin and his date Heidi and his sister were planning to join friends for a celebration at a cabin in the mountains. Now, you guys can correct me because I'm getting this all, kind of second and third hand, so there may be a little error in this, but not too much. Chris had no definite plans, and neither did Nina, who Chris had never met. Both were invited to celebrate with the others. Both Heidi and Alan agreed Chris and Nina would make a great couple. Al. Chris, what did I say, Al? The weekend.
I was trying to
the weekend was a tremendous success. The romance was launched and brings us to this terrific weekend. As time went by, it was obvious to Pat and me that Chris had truly found the love of his life. I've never been as happy and proud. I've never seen him as happy and proud as he was during those days following that New Year's Eve. Life definitely took on a new meaning for him. As our family has done for many years, we planned a family reunion in Longboat Key for the first 2 weeks in August of 2012. Chris and Nina were planning on joining us in Longboat Key for a few days. Chris had been contemplating proposing to Nina for several months. What an ideal time and venue to make the big leap. Of course, this plan was launched in Chris's mind very close to the time that they were supposed to be there. Chris has always been one of those last-minute guys, as you know. So this was no different. The race was on. Where to get the ring? Tiffany's. They had the perfect ring for Nina and Chris's mind. Decision made, ring available, adjustments could be made later if she accepted. Need to ask Nina's dad for permission to marry her. Not much time left. Marku was on a business trip. Could he do it over the phone? With encouragement from Greg, his future brother-in-law, Chris made the call. Fortunately, Marku said yes. So Chris's plan was to drive to Longboat Key, arrive in time to see the beautiful sunset we've experienced so many times in Longboat Key. Pat and I knew what he was planning. He was texting us on the 6 to 7 hour drive from Atlanta. As the sun began setting, we did not hear from him. Would he make it on time? Sun is down, no phone call. Chris and Nina then arrived just about sunset. They pulled up chairs on the beach, grabbed a couple of drinks, and settled in after a long trip. Chris, however, forgot his camera in the car. Nina insisted they would capture the beautiful sunset on her iPhone. Chris rushed to the car to get the camera case. As he opened the case, as if to retrieve the camera, he pulled out this little turquoise box, opened it up, and asked Nina if she would marry him. She said yes, and the plan had succeeded. Chris immediately called us with the news. We were ecstatic. They joined us at the condo, anticipating a happy outcome. I had a cold bottle of champagne, waiting for the celebration. A few days later, Nina was introduced to her future new family. Everyone fell in love with her, and Chris was grinning like a Cheshire cat. We're so proud to be engaged to the woman he immediately fell in love with at New Year's Eve. Thank you, God, for using Kevin and Heidi to make that introduction. There are a lot of Chris's characteristics wrapped up in this story. By now, I'm sure Nina has discovered most of these. First and foremost, Chris is a perfectionist. As we all know, this can be both good and bad. It can hold you back from making decisions, but you can always count on the person to have evaluated all the options. Believe me, there's no doubt in Chris's mind he's found the perfect mate. She's beautiful, intelligent, confident, poised, very caring. She's also a University of Georgia grad. Chris is a Georgia Tech grad. They say opposites attract, and in this case, oil and water do mix. This will make for interesting dialogue each year around Thanksgiving when the two teams meet. Chris, I have to tell you, she's going to be the odds-on favorite every year. So they both enjoy exercise, camping, hiking, and believe it or not, another great asset that Nina has is that she likes to fish. I've seen her personally cast and land fish. She's a natural. Chris has found the woman of his dreams. Nina, I know you've experienced the fact that Chris is very persistent. Throughout high school and college, if Chris thought he was given a lower grade than he deserved, he challenged his teachers and professors. He was not disrespectful, pleaded his case based on how he analyzed and came to the conclusions he had. 9 times out of 10, that D he received was reversed to an A. I hate to think what it would have been like if you had said no to his proposal. Thank God you felt the same way he did. Chris transitioned from a very successful student to a highly successful businessman, and I'm so proud of his success. You know it's not every day an industrial engineer can be successful in the insurance business. Chris is very loyal and caring. I'm loyal to an extreme, and I'm sure some of that is rubbed off on him. Pat and I have had 42 years of wonderful marriage. There have been many challenges along the way, and I knew, just like Chris knows about me, that Pat was everything I was looking for in a wife and mother of my children. There have been a number of compromises on both of our parts, but remember, Chris, Nina's always number one. Look to God in times of trouble and in times of great happiness. Without an enduring faith, life many times can seem harsh and unfair. Your mom and I could not have endured some of our hardships we faced without a strong belief in God. I know God has brought you two together for a purpose. He knows this is good. And finally, Chris is a little naughty and mischievous. Most of you know Chris and I share a passion for fishing. In 1987, I believe it was, on one of our first trips to Longboat Key, I wanted to take Chris fishing. Found a young captain named Mark Brado to take us out. We all gelled, and Mark became a person we could contact each year to take us out fishing. We met the Reardons on one of our visits to Longboat Key, as they owned a condo at each place where we stayed each year. Robbie Reardon and Chris became great friends, and each year look forward to seeing one another and fishing with Mark. Robbie obviously is here far as the wedding planning. We came to find out that Mark had a regular customer, Paul Azinger, a professional golfer. Mark would take Paul and Payne Stewart, who's now deceased, out fishing on a regular basis. Paul and Payne were quite the pranksters. They put dead minnows in each other's pockets when they were not looking or reeling in fish. Once they returned home and began to unload their pockets, amongst all the change and other things was this smelly dead minnow, who someone had placed there unknowingly.
Sometimes the wives
Soon it became such a tradition that all were constantly aware and looking for the other to put a dead minnow in his pocket. The threat was constant and a bit annoying, but awfully funny when successful. Of course, the three of us adopted the practice along with the participation of Mark. I came back to the condo one day after spending 8 hours in the hot sun, having experienced a very successful day fishing. I popped open the first cold beer of the day and started to unload my pockets. There, rolled up on a dollar bill, was a stinking dead minnow I'd been carrying around most of the day. Of course, Chris and Rod were rolling on the floor laughing, and of course I had to call Mark to tell him about their success. Chris unfortunately caught us in the act, but prior to everyone arriving and coming in, Robbie happened to slip a dead minnow in Chris's pocket of his jacket, and he caught us in the act. So, sorry, Chris.
That's great.
So we didn't get to find it.
You got all over his hands.
Mark and Arya, you're to be commended on the excellent job you've done in raising three beautiful, intelligent, and passionate, loving daughters. We're so thankful we'll all be part of the same family. Congratulations to Greg and Mia as they prepare for their third child. Chris and Dina, well, you get the idea. God bless you all. Thanks for joining us. And